Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 6, and this is Disagree to Agree. I'm here with your boy Josh and my girl Jari. So, we're gonna get right into it this time, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about love. It's a little deep, right? I know you guys
My
not ready for
favorite
this.
topic.
You know, she's a girl. You know how girls are. But, we're gonna talk about love. And when we're talking about love is, can you love two people at the same time? Look at Josh. Zoning out. That's deep.
I'm so zoned out too.
So loving two people at the same time, are you with one of them?
Am I with one of them? Oh, like basically you love two people but you're not dating one of them?
Yeah.
Like where you're like in love with someone.
Take it however you want. I want to see your perspective. You could either date one or not date none and love both. But if you love them, it's because you're talking to both of them.
Well,
No,
I think
that doesn't
the
necessarily
only
mean-
You
way
could love
that,
somebody without talking to them?
Yeah, someone
That's
in the
crazy.
past. What
I
about
was gonna say the only way I see that anywhere
Oh.
possible is you love somebody from your past, like an ex or somebody, and then you are also beginning to love or love someone that's currently you're with, but you still have a love for someone. That's the only way I can see you could like love two people at the same time. But there's no way
because you love them in different aspects.
yeah.
You're listening to this.
Or
I want you
sometimes
guys.
you're not over the other person, so you still love them, but have no choice to move on, and you found someone. It's weird, but I think it could be two different types of love. Or yeah, if you love them the same, it's because it's an ex and you're not over them.
Whoever's viewing this, pay attention to what Josh said because you're gonna see why I might answer something in the future in this episode.
I don't know.
So he's saying that he could love somebody new but still be in love with his not with his ex necessarily, but he's saying like the past about that person, trying to forget about that person, right?
I could see where that's possible. I just like
Of other people being in love with
I
two
could see the
people.
only people. The only way I could see that possibly happening would be that way. I couldn't see somebody falling in love with two people at the same time. I find that hard because, and kind of, our last episode when we had our special guest Al said like when we asked the question like do girls talk to multiple guys trying to find the one. I think it's hard to possibly fall in love with two people at the same time. When I say fall in love, like begin the process of falling in love because you have to be giving them attention and time and a day, and I find it very hard
That's
to
a
be
fact.
giving that same amount of time and effort and care
That's a
to
fact.
two people at the same time. But yeah, I think to be able to be in love with two people at the same time, it has to be someone that you previously loved, or your past that you're still in love with, and someone that you're already built something now with. So I guess it's possible.
I mean, anything is possible.
True.
So what you think, Jari?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's not possible.
I don't think it's possible. Not when it's genuine love.
What do you mean by genuine love? Like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like there's so that's another thing you're talking about?
It's a very complex question
So there's
Yeah.
different types of loves.
because everyone loves differently.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
So
And I think
But that's a fact, but it's not a fact. I
so.
take
Yeah.
that
So
back.
I kind of agree with it. Like, I think you could love multiple people, but not the same type of
love. There you go.
So I
'Cause
don't agree
there's
with- I do
love,
not agree with
There's
that.
lust. People confuse.
So
Well,
don't.
lust
So we're
and
talking about.
love.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about love, though. So lust and love is two different things.
No, but
Okay, you know
I'm not
what?
talking about love and lust. I'm talking about. I think, again, I bring it up to like if you have an ex and you have a current person, right? I think it's they're both love, but it's someone that you loved and someone that you currently love. What the love when you were with the person, that love is now the new love you have with your new person. The old person is now a different form of that love.
Right. Because you can love someone and you can be in love with someone.
Like I hear a lot of people say like they talk about someone from the past, or whatever. I have
That's-
love for this person.
that's the thing,
Doesn't
like-
mean you currently love them.
I
right.
don't.
Like you're in love with them.
I
Yeah.
really highly disagree with everything you guys are saying because that's why I think people are confused on what love really is. Because to you to tell me you could love this person, but everybody loves differently. I don't believe in that. I believe there's one type of love, and people confuse it. Just like Jari was saying, there's love and there's what?
Lust.
Okay, so.
Which is like infatuation, being attractive.
And I'm sure
attracting
there's
to
a lot of other
attracted.
words that could fall into love category, but I'm a true believer that there's only one type of love, and nobody can tell me, oh, I love differently. And if you say you love differently, it's the same thing as like bringing it back to some money. It's like, oh, money will never change me. It's because you never had it. So
Well, I think so. Aside from loving two people at the same time, I think the general topic of like people saying I love differently is, uh,
I think love is different for everyone.
what it is.
I don't
no,
think that's there's such
I
thing.
agree with you.
Yeah,
Love
there's-
for everybody. Love means something, but I think how you love somebody or how you
Definitely
express
different.
your love,
How
that's
you
the-
love and how you show
'Cause
love is different. But
love is
loving
a
somebody,
language.
everybody's the same.
Love is a language. Like there's people that show love by buying gifts, the material side. Some people rather spend time together. Some people
Huggy dovey, like lovey
lovey-dovey,
dovey,
super
like
romantic,
yeah.
or some people just I just need to be next to you type of love. There's different ways to love, different languages of love, but the definition of love and what love should mean between two people, I think, there's no difference.
Well, I never answered my question. My
I
answer
think there's
is
difference.
our answer is no. You cannot love two people at the same time because I just think that love is one thing. And people confuse it. I see with my own eyes.
And when we say love, we mean like with a partner. Like you're not talking about love with like a family member.
Right.
No, 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 no,
Partner
no,
love,
we're not getting-
Well, I-
we're talking about partner. We're talking
I was
about
thinking like that because there are different types of
no,
love.
no, no. But we're talking about partner.
Okay, I
We're
get
talking
it.
about partner because we're not getting into that because then we're not getting into that in this episode. We're talking about partner, your significant other. I believe that you cannot love two people at the same time, and I am a strong believer that there's one type of love, and there's people that might say nah, and I just think I can't tell you that I'm 100% correct because I haven't been there. Well, not that I haven't been there, but I haven't lived it long enough to say that or been through a lot of things to get that correct answer. But I do believe that people confuse love a lot. Like I be hearing people say love like it's like, do you really love that person? Because I know you say you love that person, but do you really love that person? Like, do you really love that person? I feel like you're in love with the moment. You're in love with what's going on at the moment. You're not in love with
That's
that
lust.
person.
That's lust.
Yeah, but everybody says, I'm in love. I love you. You do not love that person. Stop it. You're not going to admit it because you're scared to. And maybe you think you're in love because love is also really confusing. You know what I'm saying? You
Very.
can really think that you're in love. And then 10 years later, you come with the next person you have. You're like, I never felt this way. Boom. That's what Jeffrey's trying to say. You never felt this way, but you were with somebody else for 5 years. And you sworn you were in love, but now you're like, I never felt this way. Ever.
But-
So I knew I was never in love.
so-
I was just in love with the moment.
So I don't think that's true because
I do.
I think kind of what Yadi was touching on. I think love evolves. Love is no one truly knows the definition of love until. I'm not trying to say till you love multiple times, but you gotta grow, and as you grow,
You're a different.
you're a different
people
person,
through
so love
phases that
becomes-
you go through in life.
love to you becomes something
Yeah, I agree with
different,
that.
or it evolves, or you learn what, like you said, what you thought was love at the time. At that time, was love. You've grown, you've learned
Absolutely.
things have happened to you in life, and love is now evolving, just like you are as a person. So, I don't think you could say like, because a lot of people would be like, I'm in love with this person. 10 years later, with someone else, and be like, oh yeah, I didn't know what love was. I was not in love. No, you were in love at the time because you got to.
So that's what I'm
And
saying. You was
also,
in love.
look,
You was
you
in love
can
with the
look at it-
moment. You was never in love at that time. Because
Okay, but
a
what about
real
this?
person will never ever, a real love will never ever. I don't care if you get married again. You will never say that I was in love before. I thought I was in love. No, a real person will say, that was my love, but things change and things happen. That's what I feel. People will admit, not being with that person, that was my love. Not say, oh, I thought I was in love. You was never in love. You was never in love. And if you just thought you were in love, but you weren't. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Like you gotta be grown enough to admit that was the love of your life. That's okay to say it. It's scared to say it. If you got the balls to say to your new wife, that was the love of my life. And the wife should understand you, to be honest. That's what I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like you can only love
some
once.
things are better just kept
To
to
lie?
yourself.
I feel like when
You don't have to
people,
lie.
No, because I've heard people use that term, like you said, like, oh, that was the love of my life. That's the one we gotta wait. I think sometimes people don't know what they're saying by that. I think what they're insinuating, at least this is the way I take
It don't mean that they want to be with them, not over you.
No, I know, but I think
that was the
what
love of their
people
life.
say is like, oh, that was the love of my life. That's the one that got away. I think what they're really trying to say is that was the person that showed me what love was. I understand what I need and want when I say love, and that's the person that gave it to me and showed me that.
That's crazy, because
Doesn't mean, like you said, doesn't mean you want to be with them, doesn't mean anything, but now you know the definition of love. You know that was real. Now going forward, you know what
This
love
guy
So
is.
like
he's
you're
speaking
gonna get
facts
in a
right
new
now.
relationship and you're never gonna love that person.
No,
No,
you
no,
said
no.
you only love once.
Listen, hold
So-
on. Before you get into that conversation, that's different. But what he's saying is facts. Because I asked somebody that question today, because I was like, I wanted to see people's point of view before I got into this episode. And they told me there's 3 types of love. And they gave me 3 examples. But the example he's giving me was their number 2. There's that love, the love that hurts you the most that you learned from. And now you know what to look for. And I told that person, I was real quiet. I heard all 3 point of views. And I said, see, you said it yourself. You're not going to see it. It's going to go over your head what I'm about to say to you. But you told me 3 types of love. And I'm telling you, out of those 3, your real love was number 2. Why you say that? Because number 2 was the one that hurt you the most, because that's the one you tried the hardest with. That's the one you loved and loved and loved and loved. And you notice it's like, it's beyond love. I can't keep getting hurt. I had to move on. That's the person I loved. But I got to be bigger enough to know that that's not the one
Wait,
for
so
me.
you're saying, so they said the real person, the real what?
I said
Okay.
they were giving me 3 point of views of love.
Yeah.
They disagree with me. I was the one that said, I listened to them and I said, you see, I believe you only love once. And they were like, so who did I love? I said, number 2. I heard
The second person.
all 3 of them. No, it's not the second person. She told me
Two,
3.
The second.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
She told me 3 different point of views. And I said number 2 was the real love. That was your real love. After I heard them speak about that, I'm a firm believer that you
only love once?
you only love once. I believe you only love once. You could love, like, I'm talking about in love with the person. Like, you could definitely die with somebody else and love them and have kids with them, but you just that love. That love is there. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that will ever change for me. Like, I think
It's tough to think about, because it's like, I mean, how do you know? Because, like you said, like one could sit here and say, you only love once, and that was the love of my life, but it didn't work out, right? So that now you're talking past that. You're no longer with that person to be saying that was the love of my life. So, was it love? Was it you only enjoyed the good parts? And because we're talking, right? That's the past, right?
I know
something
how-
didn't work.
I know how to get this answer. This is what we gotta do. We gotta sit down with 10 people that are over 65 years old, because nobody knows more than time, and ask those 65 years, out of 10 people, out of 10 65-year-olds, ask them, have you ever found in love more than one time in your 65 years of living?
You know what? I think.
And I guarantee you, out of
Absolutely.
10, 7 of them are gonna be like, there was that one.
I was gonna say,
They
I
gotta be
bet-
divorced though. All 10 of them gotta
No,
be
no,
divorced.
no,
They
no,
cannot be.
not even. You
No,
know,
for me it has to be divorced, because they're not gonna admit it, bro. They're married.
Some might.
Well, I mean,
Some
yeah.
might. I'd rather
Aye.
get a bunch of married people and ask them straight up, not with their partner in front, but
It's gonna be
anonymously.
Yeah, I was gonna
but,
say it's gonna
like
be
are you currently married and with, or the person you settled your life with, the love of your life? Is this person the
They're
love
gonna
of your
say
life?
yeah. Not all of my be say yeah, but you know how hard it is to be like, yeah, I had to love somebody else. Come on, bro. You gotta get 10 divorced guys or girls, and they will tell you the truth. That's how I feel. Nobody else can answer. None of us here can answer this because we're all young. But 65-year-olds,
That's why I'm quiet.
65-year-olds.
Because I'm just like, I feel like I don't
But
have
remember,
enough knowledge.
But this is a podcast. You gotta
on-
give your opinion. It's your opinion. Where nobody here is right or wrong. It's
No,
your point of view.
Yeah.
It's not that you're, I don't have knowledge in this. No. It's
No,
what do
I
you
know.
think?
Well, if I don't know, I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I just. Yeah, no, I don't think that you love once.
I don't think so.
I think you love through phases, and
Love evolves. And
Yeah,
grows,
love
and
evolves.
Love becomes something different to you as time goes on, as you go through things, as you go through relationships, as you go through love with certain people.
So if love,
learn.
so if love, this is sad. If love does evolve, and you're saying with time and this, I don't even believe in love. If that's what you're saying, that it takes time, that if you're with that person every day. So you're telling me I could try anybody that I like, not love, like, a lot of similarities. We talk for 3 years.
Okay.
I fall in love. We break up. I try another one, 3 more years. We like similarities. I fall in love. I try another one, 3 more years. I fell in love. Come on. So what the hell is love?
So then it was never love to you?
No, I just feel
No?
that there's that one person that I will fall in love with and will never ever forget about that real love and be like,
So all the
that was-
other ones, it was fake love. That's what I'm saying.
it was just, it
Because
was never love.
you
It was
can
just,
have-
it was
no,
just,
Of course
But
it
you
was
don't-
love.
but you don't-
it was the love of the moment.
Of
Love,
course
I was,
it was love.
I was
You would
not in
never-
love with the person. I was in love with the moment. I
You
keep
would
saying
never
that.
know that because every time you start over with somebody, you're saying you're in love because you're getting those same emotions that you equate to love. So
From
there's
your
no way-
previous
from your previous one, you're like,
relationship.
oh, this is what I love.
So now you're
This is love.
comparing.
So
You're like-
you're always gonna compare, or you're always gonna say this is a similar feeling. This is quote unquote love. So how would you ever know if you don't have multiple people to know what was the true definition of love for
Ooh,
you?
good.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and
That
I
was
feel like
good.
being in love with the moment is two big different things. Cause like, when you're in love, that should be. I'm talking about love. I feel like love is deeper than blood. That's how I feel. Love is deeper than blood. Love is deeper than blood. That means when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you do anything, you're thinking about that person you're in love with at 24/7. At 24/7, because you're so in love, not in love with the moment.
I don't look at love like that.
I do. I feel
To
like
me, love is not like this romantic, how we see in movies.
No, I'm not talking
to
romantic.
me, I look at love like it's more like blue, like cool. We work
It's
things
what
out.
what would you do for that person?
that's what I'm saying. I'm
you
talking
go
romantic.
through
I'm talking about in love. You take a
No, but
shot
you're
for
like,
them.
oh, 24/7.
Yes,
like
that's
I think
what-
that's infatuation.
Ladies
I
and-
think that's
ladies
lust.
and gentlemen, that is the honeymoon phase. That's what
Yeah,
it's That's
like,
the
come
honeymoon
on.
phase. Absolutely.
I don't look at love like
I still
that.
think that you gotta think about them 24/7. Not literally calling them 24/7, but you gotta be like,
So
thinking
I think
about
what you're
that
trying to say.
person, like-
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not that you're literally like 24/7. I'm thinking about this person. I'm texting them. I think it's like everything you do in your day about your day. You realize what you're doing and how it could impact that person. And I'm at work, right? I'm making this money. This is for me and my love, and this is for the
Yes.
future. It's not that like, oh, you're the only thing on my mind. Da da da. No, it's like the way you move about your day and in life, you got that person in your mind, and you're thinking how what I do affects us and not just me anymore. I
yeah.
think that's how I take that versus not literally thinking about them every day, but
I mean, that's
everything
how I
you do
look
in life
at.
is about you too, going forward.
Bro,
That's how
listen,
you should look at every relationship.
That's what. The way you
Everything
said.
that he just described.
Like if you're in a relationship and you're not thinking about you two and what your actions do for you two in your life, then I don't think you should be in that relationship.
Exactly.
I don't know, bro.
And that's love to me.
Love is really really hard topic, cause I don't know. Love is crazy.
So well,
I just
now-
don't believe, bro. I see a lot of fake love out here. I see so many people in relationships for years, and I just like they break up. It's like I knew that. You was forcing it since the beginning. It was never love. You was in love with the moment.
But how is that your call though? What
You
about
could just
if like
tell.
you can just tell, but they actually work through it?
Or they thought they were.
They're
they
faking
truly
it.
genuinely
You
That's
could-
thought
not
they were in love.
faking
You
it.
could literally see it from the outside. You were literally said no names today that you had something that happened to you, and you was texting your friend and saying, "Damn, I could tell this person can't wait to leave his wife."
Yeah, but
So you could tell. They're not telling you, "I want to leave my
But
wife. I want to
I'm-
leave my husband."
I mean, but it's
you felt it.
yeah, it's obvious.
So Josh, what did I say? What did I say? You could see it.
You
could
make it
see
seem
it.
like they look like they're so in love, and now
No. The person thinks they're in love, and that's why the relationship's not ending when it's supposed to.
But so I think there's a fine line. It's like
No, I'm sure they know.
Do
I'm
they,
sure they know.
Do they
Jeffrey.
really think they're in love, or is that the image they're painting for
That's what I'm
social
saying.
media?
I
and
am sure
everybody?
they
No,
know.
I'm not even talking about social media. People don't even have social media. I'm talking about they really think they're in love, and they're thinking about like other things they already have
I
or
said it.
have
I
together.
said it in our first episode or second. La costumbre es más grande que el amor. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what you're confusing it with, being comfortable and just being used to
No,
that
I'm not confused.
person.
I'm telling you, it's only fall in love once in my book, in my living, in Jeffrey
I
the
don't
Pack's
think
life.
so. I don't think so.
It's not. I'm telling you right now. This podcast. Let's say 1,000 people watch it. I'm telling you right now, 989 people are disagreeing with me. And I know that. But I also do know that out of the whole world, I'm like that 2%. So I'm okay with being that person that everybody disagree with because I just look at life differently. And I'm a strong believer. And guess what? I could go back 10 years later and be like, look at this dumbass nigga Jeffrey. But I'm a strong believer that you only love once. Truly love once. In love.
Okay.
Let's go into that marriage topic since we're talking about love.
Okay. Why do you guys think the majority of millennials don't believe in marriage?
Don't believe in marriage.
I think, you know what I think? I think that I think Al was mentioning this last episode. Our roles, like our gender roles, are getting so mixed and like wiped out that before, I feel like people used to settle a lot more because they needed each other. Because our roles, like men's role and a women's role, was so clear. Now I feel like men do what women can do and women do what men can do. And I feel like that's why now it's just like we don't need it because I'm so independent. So why do I need to settle in a marriage? I'm independent. I can do it for myself.
So
And I think that that's why marriage now is just like it's not a thing anymore because I can provide for myself. Before we needed them,
Makes sense.
you know?
I think aside from the gender roles and the girl versus guy thing, I think what we're seeing now is like a lot of people I'm trying to see how I would say this. I think people look at marriage and getting married, and we're talking about the real, a ring, a wedding, and stuff like that. And they see that a lot of people I've talked to, like, that doesn't truly show that I love you. Like, a lot of people have gotten away from the idea of that a ring proves that I love you. And I understand it to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong, I completely believe in marriage and
No, but I
believe in a
understand
ring, but you see,
exactly what
people are
you're
like,
saying.
What does this ring show? What do I need to show the world? Like, this new mentality of I don't need to prove things to other people. And they look at that, having a wedding, having a ring, because aside from getting married, like, because I know people that will buy a ring and call it a day, or there's the people that just don't believe in marriage at all and stuff like that. And they just think of the idea of like, oh, I don't need to prove to others, right? What do I need to show the world that I love this person? That's between me and this person. And I think that's what we're seeing. They don't believe in, it's tough. I don't know. Because I personally
I definitely, I want to get married too.
Ring, right? So it's like,
but I think that
I don't understand it. I don't fully understand why they're turning away from it.
Well, I mean, I could say this, that first of all, marriage started through religion, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I definitely think marriage is slowing down a lot because people stop believing in religion. They start from there. Because a lot of people think when you get married, it's all about, oh, you're doing this for God, doing this, doing that. But they don't look at the more point of view that you're doing it for your wife and for your husband and for your kids. Mm-hmm. A lot of people would think, I'm like, oh, I'm not religious, so I don't need to get married. So
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm not religious.
I do see that.
I want to get married. I'm not doing it for God. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my wife. I'm doing it because to me, it's like I was told before, my biggest business partner in life will be my wife. Because why? Because they have my kids. And my kids is the only thing in this whole world over businesses, cars, money, banks, that's going to represent you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I would definitely want to get married. I'm sorry to tell you guys, people don't want to get married. And yes, you can have kids without getting married. But at the end of the day, you want your kids to be happy as a guy. And guess how your kids are happy? With their mother there. So you want to get married. You want to make sure your wife is good. Because if your wife is good, your kids are good. And that's how I look at it, like.
Yeah.
I want to represent my wife to a way that my kids are happily in the house. Like, wow, I want to have that family that if kids in school are like, damn, I want to have a family like yours. Like you, like I've seen that all my life. You're so lucky. You're so this, but it's really like you gotta do it for your kids, for me, for you. It's besides love. Yes, you gotta love them, but you also want to get married yourself. Like,
What about, I have a question. What about if you've been in a relationship for, let's just say, 3 years, and your girlfriend is ready for you to propose? How are you gonna go about that?
okay, so first thing first, and I'm sorry to tell you, I'm annoying. How much money in your bank account? If
Okay.
you don't got your money in the bank account, you're not supposed to get married. One, because that's
Okay,
the
I'm
number
not
one.
talking about money right now.
But how are you gonna propose?
No. That wasn't the question. The question was, stop talking about money, please.
But okay, so
I'm agreeing with you.
I
you don't
am-
understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you need to get your finances straight.
She's ready. It's because they're ready. They have a house. They got
No,
the
no, no.
money.
Okay, let's put another scenario. They're not ready, but she just wants a ring.
She's not the one.
Absolutely not.
She's not the
needs to-
one because she's not worried about the important things.
If I'm asking my man for a ring, he's not the one.
No.
I'm gonna bring it up like,
No,
hey,
you
babe.
could bring it up.
No, excuse me, in a conversation like, hey babe, like where are we, are we gonna think about getting engaged soon? When are we gonna start talking about it? But if I'm like constantly like, I need a ring, where's my ring? Where's my
So the
ring?
question's
Now
probably
I'm breaking
just
up with this
because I
person.
strongly believe in so if you were to ever even ask that question, would you? I believe the only appropriate time to ask that question is if you know you guys are financially
Both
stable.
ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Both
No,
are
no,
Because-
forget about
I'm not
both
talking-
being
I'm not
ready.
talking about
Where
love,
are
yeah.
you guys in life?
Absolutely.
Both ready, both of you guys, because it's not only what you're bringing to the table. What am I as a woman bringing to the
It
table
all
as well?
depends on what the relationship was made from. Because remember, I'm a type of person that I'm not worried about what she's bringing to the table.
Oh, I am.
But that's why I said it all depends on the relationship.
I am.
That's why I said it all
agree.
depends.
I am.
That's what I said.
Because that, to me, like, obviously now I'm getting engaged. Now I'm going to be a mom soon. Now I'm going to be a housewife. Like, there's more to that. So I need to know what I'm bringing to the table as well. That's why the conversation hasn't even been brought up on my end.
But so I think
Because if
and
I'm not
I've
ready.
had this conversations with friends, and I think a lot of people forget. And it's not that we're trying, men and Jeff, and I agree with Jeff. It's not that we're trying to make it about money. What you have to understand is one, and it goes back to like this whole like, I don't know if it's the word stigma, but like the expectation that this generation and that society sets on us is like, everybody knows the rule, the rule, right? What are you supposed to spend on a wedding ring? 3 times your monthly salary, or you
Yeah.
pay whatever you make in 3 months. That's what you're supposed to spend. So you get that, put that in perspective. It's like you have to understand the huge amount of. It sounds bad, but it's true. It's like as a guy, I think we look at this more financially. Are you financially stable? Are you financially ready? Because okay, you want a ring, right? As soon as you propose, what does society have you do? You got to get married in a year. That's society, right? I know some people don't.
yeah,
listen to that,
I don't ever.
No, but that's the rule.
But you got to think as
Like
a
even
man,
like the ring 3 times your salary, to me that
no,
means
it's not
nothing.
important. But at the same time, this
It's not
I mean,
about that.
I want a nice rock. Don't get me
I think
wrong.
this is the side that girls don't see. The pressure that are put on men throughout life, it's crazy. And this is actually something I want to talk about in general about men and what society puts on men. But when it comes to marriage, it's like, okay, I got to get a ring, right?
But
And-
for guys like you and me, Josh, that actually want to get married.
Exactly. No, yeah, and this is for someone that wants to get married, right? So, like, you think about marriage, it's like, okay, and we know girls, right? Like, and I don't want to classify all girls, but guess what? I buy a ring for my girl. What's the first thing all the girls are going to talk about? Let me see the ring.
Yep. How much
And-
does
and-
that
and
you
they're
drop
not
on
gonna- and They're not
that?
going to talk about it, but, oh, I wonder how many carats that is. Oh, look at, compared it to, this
Yeah.
fulana got this ring, right? Like,
Yeah.
so as a man,
I guess
know
I'm
this
just different.
I know this happens, but it...
I would never.
I am so different.
No, you're great. Good job. But to me, like the way you
No,
look
you
at
don't like this because
Hell
I'm.
no, 'cause that's settling.
I'm
I don't
not
like
fucking
settling.
settling.
Yeah.
For you.
For me, it is.
For
If you're telling me
you.
that you don't mind that your ring is not 3 months of your salary and you're settling, you're like, okay, to me, it's more about the love. It's about if you give me a
That's
three,
not
a three,
settling.
a three,
But that's not settling.
of course it is, because if you know you gotta go in 5 years, you guys could do something.
But that's your goal.
as a
That's not
relationship.
mine. So I'm not settling.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? As long as you get me a ring with a lot of love and something that I actually like. To me, I think that I don't really mind getting a big rock. Like, I want more of like a love, something that
What's
I
behind
like.
it? What's behind it?
The meaning
I-
behind the
See,
ring.
I get that,
Some
but if you
people
want-
just want a ring just because they just want the title of marriage.
But you want a ring.
I'd rather wait freaking 15 years until we're both ready.
Okay, but do you want
For
a ring?
that.
Do you want a ring?
I do, of course.
But what
a nice
make-
rock.
but hold on.
Why, if all you care about is, and don't get me wrong, I believe in a ring. Why, if we want to sit here and say that all you care about is the message behind it and how I truly feel about you, and I think this is why some of the generations getting away from a ring. Why do you need the ring? What
Because
does the ring do?
It's like a symbol of the
It's a
love.
symbol. Now, guess what? Guess what society has tied? The bigger the ring, the bigger I love you.
That's not true though.
Okay,
What?
but my question
Because
is.
that just is like very shallow.
So you're saying people want to get married just for the ring?
yeah,
some
I know a
girls.
lot of girls like
Okay.
that.
Congratulations
I
to
do.
those girls. You guys are doing the right thing. Make sure you get a guy with a lot of money, okay?
But it's not a guy with a lot of money.
So they're
That's the
fucking up. Leave him right now.
That's
leave
the
him.
problem.
Leave
It's
him right
not.
now. Leave him right now, or cheat on him and get somebody else.
Nah, if I'm
But
having
listen.
that conversation, you're not the one.
But listen, hold on. Let me ask her a question because she said, "I don't care if and when I'm saying she, there's a lot of girls that think like you. So answer for those girls that think like you.
Yeah, and for myself.
There's 10, 15 years of you say you rather wait. To you, is to really matter to know when you're ready. And then you told me, Jeff, stop talking about financial, about money. So if it's not financial and it's none of that, when do you know you're ready to get married? You.
Dude, the thing is, all right, I didn't mean it like that because obviously with marriage comes a lot of things. And finances is, for me, it's not number one. For you, it is.
Okay,
But for me, it's not.
answer
for
to
me,
me was-
number
yeah.
one is love. But for you, it's finances.
But think about it.
You already said that though. What you said that to you the ring has to come with a lot of love. We're not talking
Yeah,
about love right now. Because if there's no love, you're not getting married. Right?
Okay.
I hope no one, no matter how much money you're into, if you're not loving that person, you shouldn't get married.
Come on, are you serious?
Unless it's a girl getting
That
married.
happens all the time.
Not with the guy to a girl, but a girl to a guy, yes. And why is that?
Not a guy to a girl?
A guy,
A guy to a girl?
A guy is not.
A guy to a
is
girl's gonna
not-
get married to a girl not being in love?
Yeah, no.
Are you serious? So what are they doing with them? How much money is she giving him a month?
Why? Yeah. Why?
Why is he getting married to her if he doesn't love her?
Do all that.
Why?
to not
Why?
be in
Tell
love
me.
with
Why
her?
would he spend all his savings on a girl he don't love? What guy would do that? Are you serious? You know guys that would do that?
Why the fuck are you coming at me like this? Like, I'm clearly quiet.
Yo,
Like,
you know what's crazy,
what
bro?
the
If we're in the
fuck?
6th episode and she swears I'm always coming at her, like I'm coming at the world. You're next to me. You need me to sit over there? Because I will do that. When I come at you, it's me talking to the world. And you always think I'm going at you.
I mean, you're talking to me.
But so I could agree. Like I don't see why a guy would go through buying a ring, spending the money, doing all this side of things, and
What about if she's the breadwinner?
That's
and-
that's exactly
No,
what I said. The
And
only
now he's
way,
just-
the only way I said that, and you didn't listen, that a guy will get married to a girl if she's the one bringing the money in, and he doesn't love her. He just using her. That's the only way. Only way.
And and us girls too.
And that's what I said. Once again, it came back to the fucking money. They're getting married because he got money. She don't love him, but she likes his finances. It doesn't happen, right?
All the time.
but so the one thing I want to
Both,
get
on both
yeah,
ends.
it could,
'Cause
it
of the
could
money,
happen
though,
on
right?
both ends, yeah.
but you
'cause-
said no guy, whatever.
Without the money, we bring it back. We watched this episode together. We
Assuming
said
the guy's a
without
guy
the
and
money,
making
they will
money,
not
yeah.
get married. They will not. A
But-
guy will not marry a girl without love if there's no money.
So one thing I kind of want to finish talking about is like, you know, I think what as a guy what you look at is because the girls are like, okay, why is he not proposing to me? Why are we not married? You know, why is he? not
'Cause we
giving me a
fucking
ring?
broke.
But that,
And it's stressing
broke-
us out.
And broke because like you might be like, oh, I know you could buy a ring, but you know what comes after the ring?
The wedding,
The wedding, the you know, all of that. Like,
the people. That's gonna ruin your relationship because oh my god, he can't even get you a fucking wedding.
So and that's as a guy you think about that like you know if I'm proposing to my girl, aside from buying the ring and whatever the ring costs, I'm thinking about the wedding, how much that's gonna cost, and everything that comes with that in life and to come. Because I think you know you got to think ahead and plan for that stuff, and I think that's why some girls feel like oh why is he not you know proposing to me? What's going on? Does he love me? And it's not that you know guys. think a lot deeper. Or,
Yeah.
Let me not speak
But
for
you know-
all guys.
you know
I'm
what-
just like such a simple girl.
You know what to me is real love, like what you were saying
I've
about.
learned to be a simple girl.
That's what's up. But you know what love to me, to you, like when you're saying that it's not about the rock and all that, I respect that. But to me, what I see in people that are, I consider them regular people. That's nothing wrong with that. People that are, as a relationship, as a wife, not wife because they're not married yet, as a girlfriend and boyfriend, they're like, you know what? We want to get married. We want to get married. So the guy, let's say the guy has his own bank account, has, let's say 10, we're talking about regular people, has $5,000 saved in his bank account. And one day the ring's on sale and goes, shit, let me spend $3,000 on a ring that costs $8,000 on sale. Let me buy that ring and propose to her. Can you marry me? They're getting married, right? Real love. Right now, remember, he only got $2,000 saved in his bank account. Probably behind in some bills. But he wants to get married, and so does she. So he would sit down with her, that I've seen it happen, and be like, okay, we want to get married, so let's together save to make this marriage happen. Like the wedding.
The wedding side, yeah.
That's love. I see that. That's love. They're both working daily, every day for 2 years to save their money together just to have their wedding. That's to me is love. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. That's what you're saying, like, oh, I don't care about the money. That's people like that.
That's exactly what I mean.
I respect that. I respect that. That's 100% fire. But to me, it's sad.
I just don't even look at like having a wedding. Like,
So you don't want a
You
wedding.
don't know, but you know what? You know what it is? And I've
that's
talked
on
to-
standby
I've-
right now
I-
for me.
No, but think about it.
I need
I've
a
talked to
wedding.
people. They're like, oh, I don't want a big wedding. I don't want a wedding.
I want the biggest
Get-
wedding.
When you get proposed, 100% your mind's going to change.
No,
think
I
100%
did.
you're
No,
changing.
Josh, I wanted a big
yeah.
wedding. I wanted a big rock, but I feel like I was just living for the world.
Oh,
Why do I need
so
this big ass wedding?
It's
for?
what you want.
Like, for me, I'd rather invite my intimate people and go to fucking Paris and have a nice ass dinner with my intimate people. Who's to say that my love is any less than someone that spent I don't even know how much on a wedding?
No, no one could say that.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I get that. I get
But
that.
that's your personal opinion.
I'm simple. I'm just
That's a
in
good
my
thing.
own way.
That's a good thing.
In my own
That's-
way. I don't want Yaritza's wedding, the talk of the town. I don't need that. I
It's
don't
not.
need that.
It's not for the town though. It's for the world. It's for yourself. It's for
It's
making
not
you.
for the world.
No,
It's
but
for me.
I know. I agree with
for
that.
me.
Like, you think about it and and a lot of people like simple, and then you think and I think in the past like everybody's like, oh, big wedding, it's for the other people, right? And
It really isn't
but,
though.
and I've learned this with life and stuff like that. And certain things, like as much as you think like, oh, I'm not doing this because why do I need to please people? I think you'll realize like some things that although it may come across as it's for the world, it's for you. And put it this way, you want your intimate
Of
people, but I
course.
guarantee you'd have a blast having all your friends and
Yeah.
family and intimate.
And not only
who's
that-
Oh, no,
like, it'll
And not only
That's what
that,
I'm saying.
Josh.
memory that you
but
remember for the rest of
I'm
your
sorry,
life.
but I'm not inviting you to my wedding just because I know you. And I'm sorry if like family members get offended, but I'm sorry, I'm not inviting everyone in my family.
And Josh,
it's just not happening.
It's not only that. Like she's talking about simple that.
But I'm not talking about like simple DK.
No, something cute.
I'm talking,
You're talking about simple
No, I'm
cute.
talking about something extremely elegant, but with just a selected amount of people.
That's still
Yes.
gonna be mad,
I was
bro.
just say, yeah.
What are you
take
talking
money
about?
aside, that can
You
still
just
be
went
more
to like.
expensive, yeah.
It could matter to have 20 people. It's still gonna be like $50,000, $60,000.
Yeah, it could still be very expensive.
What? That's a wedding.
Yeah, I think people get confused. Like the number of people. Doesn't
It's like
matter 'cause it depends
like
on what
200
you're doing.
person times 40. It's right there at the plate, and then the decoration. Like, what do you? It's still gonna be like easy 50 grand.
Well, yeah, I do decorations, so I just feel like I'm gonna finesse this whole thing.
How about the hall? You can't. Some halls you can't register
Okay,
marry.
obviously.
You gotta
but
spend
what I'm talking
bread.
is like this like big gala of a wedding. I don't need that.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
But it's still gonna cost bread. That's
Oh yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. I definitely want that.
No, but still-
and I still want an expensive
'cause-
ring. Like I want all of that. You know what I mean? But I don't want the meaning to be only the money and it being expensive.
But this is what-
I
But
want
it's
a lot
not
of
the
people-
money.
No,
Because if
this-
I get a marriage, I'm not worried about the money's coming back.
No.
That's
Yeah, me either. I'm
so
not
that's
worried
worried about the money.
Yeah, and that's like worried about what other people. Because I feel like people sometimes have this big wedding just to prove to other people.
damn, yo, I don't see those. I don't even know those people, to be honest. I really don't.
I don't
wow.
think like
I don't know those
like
people.
if you ask me, and if I want to in my wedding, because we always think about the girl and what the girl wants, but I think guys have an opinion and
They do
maybe
have a
they
say.
think, right? They have a say.
Of course.
In the wedding?
It's a
Well,
celebration
I was
for
told.
both of you guys.
I was told
Well,
no.
But I like Jeff. You never thought about getting married and like what you would like to do and see at your own wedding.
Ah,
Have you ever sat down and thought about it?
no one's touching my wedding. No one is. Like, I'm telling you right now, the person I get married to,
Jeffrey.
I try to tell him, listen, I hope that you get married and just, you know what? And you know what's crazy? You should want a man like me. You know why? Because in the girl's wedding day, you know what's the number one thing everybody tells them? Don't stress. Everything's going to be okay. That's not true. The day you're getting married, that's what everybody says. Make sure the bridesmaid is not stressed. That's not what they say.
Yeah,
That please
bride,
calm the bride
right.
to calm down, let her chill, blah,
Yeah,
blah, massage
I'm gonna be
this.
bridezilla. I know I'm gonna
I
definitely
will
just go
be
crazy.
that person. I will be that bridesman that will be like, just show up, close your eyes, and be happy because I'm gonna guarantee you it's gonna be the best wedding you ever imagined. Don't even worry about it. Don't have to pick out nothing. But girls gotta pick up everything because it's their wedding, their day, this and that. There's guys that don't want nothing to be involved. You see, the same way that I would want my wife to do that. There's guys that will want to be like, yo, just let me go and say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not that guy. I want to be
Involved.
in control.
In
Jeff.
control.
Not involved.
Jeff.
Not involved.
In control. I really want my
Why
wedding
not?
my way.
Jeff. You think you're gonna cry at your wedding?
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be sobbing.
I would hope. Look,
I
mean,
cry
there's
for
some girls
everything.
that
Like
don't.
I literally cry for everything.
Like I've seen a lot, and I think I'll cry.
I'm only going to cry because my wife's going to cry. That's the reason why I'm going to cry.
No, you're gonna
No.
cry because you're seeing her walking down the
Yeah.
aisle.
And
And know what this means.
And you get emotional, and it's just like, wow, I can't even believe this. Like, it's a lot of emotions running
That's a
through
fact.
your
Absolutely.
your big
And then she's going to
brain
start
that you
crying,
have.
and then I'm going to start crying and go deep.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying is that that's a really important topic. I don't want Jody in Jody's followers or girls that think like Jody, that think that I'm really into success, money, financials. Correct, I always will be, but I just really do not want to hear. I promise you, girls, if you actually focus on being better financially, not like everybody got different goals. You don't have to be Kim K. You could, be okay. You could be a teacher. You could be whatever. You could be a hairdresser. Just financially good enough to not be stressing about, oh shit, I gotta go do overtime this whole month to go pay my behind bills. So don't worry about if your man doesn't propose to you. Worry about getting your shit together so you guys could actually have no stress in your head to actually think about getting married instead of bringing more stress into the house when your bills not even getting paid.
I think it's actually kind of selfish when a girl brings that topic up, knowing damn right that the relationship is not ready. Financially, emotionally.
Agreed.
But don't you think that you really remember? You gotta look at your circle, not your friends. I'm talking about your circle. Think about this. Really let this sink in. I know he's talking about Jeff financially, but what your circle? What real circle you have relationship financially great?
Damn, I don't want to put people on blast here.
Okay, I put myself.
Everyone knows who my circle is.
All right, it's
You
not.
know what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry. When I'm okay, let's go
like-
back to my circle. Let's go to my circle. No one. Okay, so I believe that when you're not financially great, that I have people that I'm getting into their circle. Now I see it's like, no wonder why the relationship's so damn good because they're financially settled. And I notice when they're so financially great, their emotions in the relationship is like so much smoother, like no arguments, no this, like wow.
well, yeah, money changes a lot.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So when you're around so much circles that financially is all of our problems, it's like you only think about, but they're not emotionally there, but they're not this. Yes, because the money's the problem and you just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
That was where it starts.
one of the
I'm
things.
gonna have to agree that
It's where it
No,
starts.
it's one of the things.
It's one of the things, but it's a big thing that
Listen, my mom and
It's
dad got
big,
divorced.
but like, I'm sorry.
And now my mom controls all the money. The household is like, now it's like so, oh my God, like, wow, what
No,
the
but
fuck? What,
I
what happened?
think,
Well, I'm
like you said,
22,
it's not-
24, 25 years
it's
old.
not-
Never seen this in my life.
finances is not the most important thing, but it's a big thing that people
Not the most important thing.
People don't
But it's the biggest
think
glue.
too much about and don't realize it does play a big factor
It
because
plays
It's the
a big
biggest
role.
glue.
if a
It's the
household's not
biggest glue. It's
if
what
a
holds
high-
up the house.
If a household is not financially stable,
It'll break down. It's the biggest glue. It's the biggest glue. You don't fall in love with this chapadoras, maybe. But you don't fall in love because of money. Hell no. You don't fall in love because of money.
because of the money. Absolutely not.
But that's the fucking glue. There's no money. There's gonna be a lot of fucking arguments. A lot.
Yeah, but you could figure it out.
You could push and push and be mad and this
You can-
and that,
you can-
and then
you can
love
sweep
for
the
a day,
dust
then
under
get
the
mad
rug,
again, and
but-
then oh my God, I hate my life and this. Oh my God, people, and then you gotta erase social media. You know why you erase social media?
think that's
Because now you're getting weak in your head. Because now you're like, oh my God, I want to be like that person. You're like, no, that's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. No, it's not fake. It's not. It's real. It's real. We just not there. And that's all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like everybody's different. Like there's also a lot of relationships that I know that one is super successful and then one isn't, but they're successful because of that person. And then that real successful person is like, damn, I'm with the wrong girl because she don't do shit.
Yeah, of course.
She don't do shit, bro. And then it's like,
Yeah, it's like you don't need someone to
I'm here for whatever
complete
you want.
You
What
need
do you
someone
want?
to compliment you. That's that's what
That's
you're looking
hard,
for.
bro. That's fucking hard. That's really hard to find.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If it wasn't so hard to find all these successful people, we wouldn't be getting divorced all the damn time. And they're all successful. I'm talking about like the people that we look up to, celebrities and people that, anybody, they'll get in divorce all the time. It's hard. It's not easy. Marriage is not easy. Especially when kids get involved. Jesus Christ. Now you're here for the kids. Not for her. Not for him. For them. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's another
I'm
good
very
question.
quiet in this
I've never
episode.
been married, I don't
I'm
know.
like, yeah.
It's going through your head. But that's another good question is that, do you believe, now we're talking about marriages, that a lot of marriages nowadays are just together because of their kids?
Oh my God, yes.
I think so.
So what happened to love?
Love evolved. The love you had for that relationship.
Died
it-
Now
I
you
don't
in love
think
with
it
your
should be
kids?
too- The love is
Now you
but
only
that's
now you're
different.
king about your
I think-
kids' love or how the way they're gonna
I
get
think that's
grow
actually
up.
that's a bigger harm on the kids when people try to just stay together for the kids, because now you're teaching them what love is not,
Ooh, that was deep. That was deep. That's definitely a
and
real
they grow
bang.
up thinking they have this whole concept of love when no, now you just got that kid fucked up. 'Cause it's true, like
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean.
get
Now
it.
you got him fucked up.
I mean, that's probably why I'm
thinking-
fucked up, to be honest.
Now he has to like rewire his brain to, you know what I mean, or like just go out and about and test all these women or men to find real love, and it's a whole big chain, and it's a lot of cycles and a lot of generations and.
So that gets deep because what you're talking.
I'm deep. I'm deep.
No,
deep.
because what you're touching on leads back to what we first talked about. Do you ever believe in can you fall in love more than once? And I think a heavy factor in that is growing up. You see your parents, right, and you
I was thinking about that, Josh, but I
subconsciously
just didn't want to get that deep.
What?
Well, he-
Subconsciously, you build a definition of what you think love is based on what you've seen growing up. So then when you are at the time of age and ready to say you love somebody, believe it or not, a lot of the things that you think are equal to love is based off what you've seen your parents go through, whether it's what not to do
Your
for
whole
love
life.
or what love is. Your whole life builds this up. And that's why I think you do love more than once, because I think the first time you say you love somebody, there's a strong influence on what you've seen growing up, what you've seen from
The
your parents and stuff like
strongest.
that. You now go through it and you realize this wasn't love. And that's when the love changes and you realize what truly love is for you.
That's everything in life. You
'cause-
get it?
So you see, you
See,
said
all
you
these
said it you said it
habits-
again, Josh.
What?
Josh just said it. Then you realize this wasn't love. So how can you say that was love. So you never wasn't love.
But that's the only
You see what I'm trying- you see what I'm trying to say?
But you're in love and you don't know
That's the only form
it's-
of love that you knew.
Yeah,
So you was
understand that?
never in love. That's what our
no.
point
But
is.
who are you to say that? You get
And who
what
are
I'm-
you to say that you was never in love? You just said that you noticed that you was never in love.
No,
So
no,
that's
not-
what I'm trying to say.
No,
And that's what I
wasn't.
said, that you love through phases of your life. I think that it's just the truth. Like when you are growing up and you're a teenager, you love so much different. I feel like even my boyfriend, I'm sorry, I don't even love him the same that I used to love. Like when I first met him, I loved him. Now I love him on a whole different level.
Absolutely.
Like on a whole different level. And I'm
Love
sure that
grows and changes. Absolutely.
I'm still sticking with that.
you
only fall in
love the
once.
person from the beginning that you met them and it's the same love and it just doesn't change.
No. I just
Exactly.
know that you only in love once.
We're not gonna go back to that. I don't think that. I don't think that.
No,
sir.
and I'm telling you right now, like, you guys are not, I'm wrong. Because I live in a whole different world. We all live in the same earth, but I'm in a different world. I'm dead ass about that. Because, like, I could talk to 100 people and they're all going to disagree with me. And they're not going to change my mind. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer that you only love once, fall in love once. I know that we all think we're in love right now, this. And then, like, when you're 50 years old, you're like, I heard it so many times, I never felt this way. That's love. There it is. The one you thought you were missing, that was the one. I never felt this way. When they say that so generous, like, they in love.
So you think that when you were created, there was another person created for you, basically?
No, not like that. I can't.
But you said there's only one love.
Yeah.
So that person was clearly created, that one person for you. That one person. That's what you just said.
So well now. So,
Because you said you can never love anybody else. It's just that one
and Jeff,
person.
is it both ways? Can your one only love have already had a love before?
Because I think this could get a little deep right now. That could be my love, but maybe I'm not her love.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, what if
But
she's loved
damn,
someone else
then
before,
what
or
the
she's thought she's loved somebody else before?
But I gotta live with the number 3 love. Like, okay, she learned from him. Now she loves me, but she really wanted that guy. But she settled with me. Because I gave her what she wanted. She's happy. Her little checkbook, I checked them all off. So she learned to fall in love with me. But I wasn't her love. It's crazy. That's
I
what I
understand
feel.
what you're saying, though.
I
I understand what you're saying. I do. I just don't think that's, like, realistic.
I understand, but I think you can love more than once. I think.
And I'm telling you again, I'm sure
Changes.
almost everyone is gonna disagree with me, and it's
It's
not.
fine.
It's not gonna change. It's not gonna.
But I'm
change.
sure there are people that will agree with you.
And I could just tell those people that do agree with me. I could just know who they are. Like I could
Because
just be
you
like,
know what?
I know,
I'm not
bro.
trying to
I know.
drag
I
it-
understand you, my guy.
No, and I'm
I
not
understand you.
trying to drag this whole episode on love, but
Nah, but it's dope.
No. But
We love love.
But like I'm thinking about it, right? So it's like, okay, maybe you do only love somebody once, but I bet you're with somebody and you say that's the love of my life and that's who I love, right? Or whatever. That's love and that's the only person I love. And then 20 years from now, you could be with the same person but realize what you thought was love with the same person was not love, and as time went on and we built
And
this
that's
relationship,
my point,
this is now
Josh.
love, but it's still the same one person. That's possible.
But do you realize that wasn't the one? Now you're just there because it's been so long. You guys.
No,
have-
it's the
what I'm
same
saying, What I'm
person.
saying is,
And he said that he noticed. What did he say? After 20 years, what you
after
noticed?
20 years, you thought that with the same person, what you thought was love at the time there, now you realize 20 years later, this is love, and it's still with the same person.
Oh, you're saying that you felt more. Yeah,
But
definitely.
you're still with the person, but
That
20
could-
years later, you realize, okay, this is the definition of love. Even though it's the same person, you say you love them now, but 20, you don't know because the 20 years hasn't come. Now, fast forward 20 years in your life, and now you realize, wow, yes, it's the same person, but what I thought was love with this person was not love. This now, 20 years later, with this
That
person,
could
this is
definitely
now
100% happen.
I don't know.
A
I
million
just feel
percent.
like the reason why I've been like a little quiet on this is because I'm still like learning how to love. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. We can
But-
only talk about what
but-
we've gone through up to this
I
point.
brought
in
up,
time.
that's
That's
why
what I'm
that's why I
saying.
said bring 10 65-year-olds, right? I said that?
Yeah, like-
I'm just giving my opinion.
Yeah, because like I just can't.
Shout out all the 65-year-olds watching. If you're watching,
Divorced
please hit us
65 years
up.
old.
DM.
Comment down
DM.
below.
Divorced. You can only be divorced.
No, they could be married.
No, you're not. You're not going to
Both.
admit it unless you DM me privately. You're going to admit
They
it.
will. They will
Oh,
admit it. We could have like a
gosh.
survey.
Guys, when
like
they're
a-
65 years old, you don't want to be home. They're retired. They don't want to be arguing with the wife
But-
every damn time. And you
No
say-
one has to know anything. It could be anonymous.
Okay, so how we know they're 65?
Well,
Anonymous to us, but we won't
yeah, like
put them on the
we give them sheets and we we have a whole
Next time I go shopping,
questionnaire.
I'm questioning every guy I know at 65 years old, and I'm recording. I'm going to my IG, follow me.
See, that's not anonymous.
I don't care if they're divorced. They're not gonna care. I'm telling you,
Okay,
they gotta be divorced.
but yeah,
Question: Are you asking guys or girls or both?
What?
Are you asking women or men?
Both. It has
Both,
to, I'm,
yeah, it has to
I'm,
be both.
I can guarantee. I can't guarantee this because I'm not God, but I feel firmly. Like I'm like so sure that if I ask 10 men and I ask 10 women, the woman was gonna win.
When
With what?
Saying what? Saying what?
That is only one love. I could assure you that the girls will say yes a lot more than guys will, because guys ain't
I
shit.
also want to ask them: Are you currently with the love of your life?
You can do that. I'm going with the divorced people. I want to know the truth. Single, think about it every
I
day,
think we're
sleeping
also
alone.
different. We're also different. I think that you know.
Well, so that leads into another thing, like you said, like the divorced people. And I don't know what the specific saying is, but do you believe in you don't truly appreciate something or realize what something's worth to you, and it can be love until it's gone?
100% agree with that.
That's 100%.
That's
That was easy.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
But then
And
you can also
sometimes- I was
feel.
gonna say, no, wait. Sometimes you may know your worth after.
Yeah.
No,
That's
of course.
exactly.
You're like,
Absolutely,
what
absolutely.
the
Yeah,
hell?
absolutely.
Like, why did I even put up with this?
I was gonna
Now I
say.
have someone, and it's like they're giving me the world, and I was like settling for what I thought was.
But you see, Jeff, that's why you love more than once. You
'Cause you
don't
No,
know what
never
true love
know.
is
you was
until
just you was
lose
just
what you
never
thought
in
was
love with that
love.
person, my guy.
Of course, you were in love.
All right.
That's
if you
love.
say so. I can't wait until when we're in the yacht in Miami 20 years from now, and my yacht, $10 million yacht, something like, and say, I never felt this way. I'll be like, oh no, I thought you were in love already. When you say that, I feel you. I never felt this way. Wow, I feel you. Especially when you're 40 years old, you say, I never felt this way after you lived 40 years of life. Wow, let that sink. That's deep.
It's not sinking.
You're not 40. You're not 40. It's not sinking for no one. I'm telling you, when you're 40 years old in the yacht in Miami, I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen for me. I can't tell you. I find it so funny when people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna die with this person." I'm like, how do you know?
I won't say things like that. Really.
How do you know?
You don't even know tomorrow. You don't even know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Like
You
know what I
want
mean?
to, but shut up.
Okay,
Please.
so
Shut the hell
I
up.
think we're kind of up on time, but you just remind me of something I heard somewhere, and I think we'll leave it as a question, maybe get some feedback, and we'll start the next episode with that. I've heard that you don't have the most fun in your life until you're into like your mid-30s into 40s.
I heard that too.
I
heard
can't
that.
wait until I'm 30.
So it's like, it's weird because I've had a lot of fun in my life, and it's like, could it possibly get more fun, or is it a different level of I'm saying love, a different level of fun? Does the definition of fun to somebody change, or what you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I think that's an interesting thing to talk about.
I already feel 30.
I definitely don't. I can't wait to
I feel,
see
yeah.
who I'm gonna be when I'm
I feel
30.
old. I feel old.
Honestly, feel like I'm 30 too.
Jeffrey, you will be a different, like a totally different person.
Yeah,
at-
when I'm
at-
30, I'll be 50. I just feel
Okay.
so much
Right.
ahead.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
swear to
right-
God,
right here.
I get it.
I see it
Right
when I
here
speak with people my
mentally, yeah.
age. I see it. I just see it. I speak
Absolutely.
with people my age. I'm like, why is that I always agree with 50-year-olds, but I only don't agree with 20 years old? I don't get it. Oh, I get it.
So
But we're gonna let you guys go. You guys already know what it is.
leave the episode on that. We'll
Bye,
talk about the next
guys.
episode.
Mwah.
Thank
Your
you,
favorite
guys.
disagree to
Love
agree.
ya.
Bye.